Hello, everyone, and welcome to another story time brought to you by me, Miss Seisha. And I am just going to get right on into it. You all have been listening to this book here, JD and the Family Business, written by J. Dillard, illustrated by Akeem S. Roberts. Who does the best hair in the family? All right, so if you are new to this channel, you're going to have to catch up because I am about to read chapter 5. This is the second book in the series of the JD and the Great Barber Battle. JD being the main character, all right? And so you have other, supporting characters. You have his sister. Now Vanessa, she's on board because guess what? In this book, she has gotten bitten by the entrepreneurship bug. Okay, so now she wants to start a business in the hairstyling business. Okay, and so now they are into starting a YouTube channel. So now I'm about to read chapter 5, which is titled Vacation Bible School. I can't wait to show you the new activities we have planned this year, Grandma said about Vacation Bible School. She was one of the instructors there. She even took time off from the rec center to devote to teaching the Bible to kids. Grandma knew more about the Bible than even Pastor Harris, I thought. Vacation Bible School was in our normal church. Won't it do in Missionary Baptist Church? I think the only reason they called it Vacation Bible School was because it was during summer. But it was mostly the same as the Bible study we had during the school year. We'd eat breakfast, then split up by age groups and get a lesson on either the New Testament or the Old Testament. We had a brief recess, lunch, and then more lessons on the Bible. And this year, me and Vanessa were in the same class. None of my friends from Pee Wee football like Jordan, Xavier, Eddie, or Jessica had to go to Vacation Bible School. That meant lots of time with Vanessa. Does anyone know the difference between John the Baptist and John the Disciple? Miss Smith asked. Miss Smith worked at the local library. I wished Grandma and Granddad had been assigned to my age group, but I think they signed up to teach other kids on purpose. Once Vacation Bible School is over in a week, we'll have more time on our hands, Vanessa whispered as she leaned over to me. We'll be able to work on our videos. I know, I said. I've been thinking about how to make them better. We need new catchy names. I'm calling myself JD, the Kid Barber. You can't just be Vanessa. That's boring. Vanessa sort of scrunched her nose up at me. Your name's boring, she said under her breath. But later, when we were supposed to be answering questions in our workbooks, I can see her writing new names all over the pages. At recess, after Vanessa finished her double Dutch round, she ran over to me and said, How about Vanessa, the kid stylist? It matches your name, which makes sense since we are brother and sister. No, I told her, you can't copy me. Fine, she said. That was my second choice anyway. How about Vanessa does it all? Now that has a good ring to it, I said. A lot of kids stayed at the church for a few hours after the day was done if their parents couldn't pick them up right after. Me and Vanessa stayed late because Grandma was one of the caretakers and Granddad had to bring Justin here from the babysitter, pick up Mom, and head to his burial insurance visits. We liked staying with the littler kids. The church basement had plenty of space to play hide and seek. And so did the sanctuary, where Vanessa pointed out the video equipment Pastor Harris used to record his sermons. I bet we can make a great video with that camera, JD. It sounded like she had already made up her mind. Vanessa reached into the little purse she kept on her and pulled out something she called an SD card. Jessica gave me this since I don't have a phone, she said. The last time I was at her house, she showed me how her parents put it into their camera before they pushed the record button. It's blank. And she told me I could keep it so I'd be ready if I ever got a camera. We stopped when we heard some sniffles coming from the corner. A little girl named KK was sitting by herself with her hair unraveled. Do you need help? I asked. KK told us that her barrettes fell off while she was playing, and she couldn't find them. They were shaped like bumblebees. My bumblebees flew away, she said, her shoulders sinking. I can fix your hair, Vanessa said. But my barrettes are lost. Hold on, Vanessa told her. Let me go get my brothers. Vanessa asked me to go get Justin, who was playing tag. We need his help. JD, I am going to fix KK's hair and I want you to record it, she said. I just need 15 minutes in the sanctuary with that camera. Justin could be our lookout. I was shocked. Wasn't this lying somehow? It was definitely sneaking. Are you serious, Vanessa? Don't be so scared all the time, JD, she said. Trust me. She walked by Grandma casually like she wasn't about to tell a big lie at church. Grandma, she said, me, Justin, JD, and KK are going to go outside and play in the back for a bit. Half the kids during aftercare would stay inside and play tag or board games, while the other half would go outside behind the church for football or double dutch. Okay, Grandma told us. I'll come outside and get you when your granddad has come back with your mom. Vanessa nodded in the direction of the stairs. It was her way of telling me to go to the sanctuary while the three of them headed outside. I understood that my job would be to open the door from the inside after the other three walked around to the front of the church and knocked. I heard Vanessa knock, and I opened the door. She was carrying Justin in her arms. Justin, I'm going to give you a job, Vanessa said. Okay, Justin nodded. He liked when we included him. He was a great helper, too. He was my very first client and barber assistant. Me and KK are going to go into the sanctuary with JD. I need you to stand on this chair and look out the window. If you see someone coming, just yell, Amen. Vanessa reached for a straight chair, gave Justin a Spider-Man figure that she had in her purse, and stood Justin on top of the seat. This was getting scary. Do you think you can remember that? She asked. I think so, Justin said. Good, Vanessa said. Me and KK will be right behind you. My heart pounded a little bit. No one was allowed to be in the sanctuary during vacation Bible school, not even teachers. They wanted it to stay extra clean and neat for Sunday service. Vanessa moved like someone who knew what they were doing. It was always like that. She walked over to the camera that was behind the last pew on the right side of the sanctuary. She removed the SD card that was already inside the camera and put it in Jessica's. KK, come sit on this stool and I'll fix your hair, she said. JD, make sure I'm in the frame and hit the record button. Was this really a school project Vanessa wanted help with? Or was this just an excuse to boss me around all summer? How was I going to become famous standing behind the camera instead of in front of it? I walked over to the camera and looked at the screen to make sure Vanessa and KK were on it. When I pressed record and pointed at Vanessa, she jumped right in. Hi, this is Vanessa Does It All Again. Have you ever had a hair emergency? My little friend here lost her barrettes, but I'm going to show her and you how to turn a hair emergency into a great hair day. Vanessa pulled out a comb and went to work. She parted KK's hair in the back and made 2 even braids up the back of her head. Next, she took one of the rubber bands that held KK's unraveled twists and pulled the front of her hair into a spongy, bouncy puff. Ta-da! That's your micro video for today. This emergency is over. Bye-bye! I took that as a sign to turn off the camera. Vanessa came over to remove her SD card and put the pastors back in. KK, do you like your hair? Vanessa asked, pulling out a mini mirror from her purse. It seemed like she had a whole mini beauty supply store in that bag. KK nodded happily. Good, Vanessa said softly. Now let's go before Grandma comes looking for us. It was a good thing she was done. Justin wasn't even looking out the window anymore. He was just sitting on the chair shooting fake spider webs out of his wrist. Some lookout. Back outside, Vanessa and KK jumped right into double dutch without missing a beat while I stayed with Justin. We had another video, but I wasn't even in it. Whoa, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. This book is just getting more juicier and juicier, y'all. Oh, wow. Don't these chapters just make you be like, okay, what's about to happen next? What's about to happen next? Wow. So what do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Should Vanessa and JD been sneaking, especially since they were in church? Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that you all again enjoyed that chapter. I enjoyed reading it to you all. And please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. And make sure if you have not listened to The Great Barber Battle, make sure you do that as well. I'm Miss Sasha. Peace. Oh, make sure you read for at least 30 minutes.